he even told me today, he was like, Anna, I'm gonna be grinding every single day. I'm going to be grinding every single hour, and I'm going to do my best on Saturday. He was really excited about this, and I know that he's really going to give his everything on Saturday, so...
What's up, guys? We're here to talk about the format and just give a little bit of a breakdown for the Smashers Gambit, which is going to be this coming weekend on Anna's channel, Anna Cramling. What's up? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Really excited about the Smashers Gambit. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, I'm obviously from the Smash Brothers community, but I've been playing chess for a long time, and I've gotten really into it, you know, this past year, especially with kind of quarantine, not being able to leave my house and all that stuff. And I thought, I was so happy that we could kind of put this thing together, because it seems like there's a lot of interest for some reason in the Smash community in chess right now, because it's a great game, and I'm so happy to finally see these competitors kind of duke it out this weekend.
No, yeah, me too, definitely. Even though I have not been part of the Smash community as much as you've probably been part of the chess community, I think it's just absolutely amazing the fact that another community wants to try out chess and, you know, wants to learn chess and play chess and become better at the game. And the fact that we're doing this tournament where 8 Smasher players are going to be playing against each other, I'm so excited to see how these games turn out. Yeah,
me too. I guess we'll talk a little about the format and just give the people an idea of what to expect. Yeah, so it's going to be this is a pretty standard format. I think, Chess.com's PogChamps is doing a similar thing, but we're doing all pretty much Smasher terms. It's a best of each match is going to be best of 3. So that will be a total of basically each player in each set is going to play. They're going to play 2 games with each other with a 10-minute plus 10-second time control. So it's going to be rapid games. And if each of those matches are a draw, so if both of those first matches are draws, or if one person wins one and one person wins one, and there's a tiebreaker, then the tiebreak is going to be a blitz game. So that's going to be 3 minutes with only a 2-second increment, and it's going to be like that throughout the bracket. I just think this is kind of a fun format because it lets. It kind of raises the stakes for the third game where, you know, for those matches that come down to a third game, the players are going to feel a little bit additional pressure because they're going to have to operate so much more quickly. And I just think that's exciting to watch.
The third game is definitely going to be very exciting to watch if they get to that. I'm really excited to see some 3+2 games. These type of games are extremely fast. So once again, the whole game needs to be played in 3 minutes. But then each player gets a 2-second increment per move. But those games always turn out to be really fast and really exciting. So for us, Toph, it's going to be super fun to be watching and commentating those games.
Yeah, I mean, I play a fair bit of Blitz, you know, on chess.com as it is. And let me tell you, you know, it definitely tests your preparation. You know, it's really easy to make a mistake, and I would be shocked if we didn't see our fair share of, you know, potential blunders this weekend. I'm super looking forward to it. And I think it's interesting too, because I think some of these players are better at the slower style where they'll, in the 10-minute games, where they have a little bit more time to think, really calculate their moves out, versus some of these players might be more comfortable in those speedier time controls. So I guess we can talk about our players and just go down the list and give a preview for each of the matches we're going to be seeing.
Let's go ahead and look at which players are going to be playing on Saturday, the very first round. We can see all of these 4 different brackets that we have here. So if we just start here with the first bracket, which is going to be Void versus Mango. Quite a big rating difference there. Void with 1,155 in rating and Mango with 486 in rating. But I still think it's going to be a pretty interesting game. I haven't really seen a lot of how it's been going for Mango with his training. Have you seen anything, Toph? What do you think?
I've actually been watching a lot of Mango's training. So, you know, these elos were locked several days ago. And Mango, okay, so leading up to this tournament, pretty much every day he has been doing, in fact, yesterday, he was doing a really long stream with Eric Hansen from Chessbra. And I will say, Mango and Eric Hansen are kind of quickly turning into, I saw someone say, you know, by the end of this whole event, Mango is going to be an honorary Chessbra himself, and I'm totally seeing that vibe. It's been a really funny pairing watching these two. Obviously, Eric Hansen, an incredible grandmaster level player. Just one of the strongest players in Canada, and really prominent chess streamer. And watching him coach Mango has been honestly just really funny, and it's been really instructive as well. And their vibe is just really funny. I think they're going to be fan favorites, if nothing else. Like, I totally think that the Mango Nation and all the chess bras are going to come out in support for this team. But Void he's a really tough opponent. He is the number 1 seed for a reason. He's been working with Nemo, which totally makes sense. They're both with CLG. And Void has been streaming chess for quite some time. He's a Smash Ultimate player. He's in a lot of the games. Void and Mango are actually, to me, they're sort of similar in terms of they both play several different video games. They're both quite good. They have a lot of kind of natural gaming talent, is what I see from both of these guys. So they're both good at learning new games. They're both good at picking up new games. The thing about Void is, I think he just really likes chess. He's been streaming it for some time now. Even just before the Smashers Gambit was announced, for several months now, he's been playing, grinding puzzles, playing a lot on stream. And I think he just has great game sense whenever he wants to pick up a game. So I do think this is going to be in Void's favor, but I would be excited to see if Mango could potentially pull some sort of upset here.
What a fun match that seems, though. And just like you were pointing out, I think that the most important thing is the fact that they want to learn the game. And if Void is genuinely very interested in learning the game, I think that that's just going to give him that advantage, because he's obviously going to be training a bit more. He's going to want to become better. So that's definitely a very big part here. But I think that's something that's really interesting is, well, obviously all of these players, each player has an individual coach. So just like you were saying, Void is with Nemo and Mango is with Eric Hansen. And I think that's something that's really cool about this matchup is that both of the coaches, they are really fast players. They are bullet players, basically. Both Nemo and Eric Hansen, they're extremely good with low time control. So I think that's something that's going to be very interesting, is to see if they've passed on that time management to their players, and if we're going to see some of the fastest games in the tournament with this first matchup there.
That would be super exciting, yeah. And, I talked about how Void has been really just loving chess. But I also want to, shout out Mango here, because for Mango, he was saying too, he had some nice talks with Eric on stream that I was catching, and Mango was saying, the thing about chess, it's funny because it feels so good to win, but it hurts to lose, and Mango, I think, is the kind of guy that loves the feeling of victory. And he hates the bitter taste of defeat. So, even in chess, he was saying it just feels so good to win in chess, and it really does. It really does seem like, the more he's been playing, he's been having a really good time. So yeah, it's just really great to see. And I don't know. Both of these players I'm big fans of both of them in Smash, and I'm quickly turning into big fans of them in chess as well.
Even though there is a big rating difference there, I think that the ratings don't really matter so much for this tournament. Obviously, the ratings say something, but I think that all of these players, they have great coaches, and all of them are probably going to be able to surprise in all of these games. They've been training really hard, and probably the rating doesn't really exactly show their level of chess in each game. So I think that it's important to not look too much at the ratings. I'm sure that all of these players can really surprise in one game and just play some amazing chess.
Yeah, I'm totally with you there. So next we have it's going to be Esam and iBDW. So Esam is the Smash fans know him as like a really good Smash Ultimate player. He plays Pikachu. iBDW is he's a melee player who is very, I would say he's a very interesting case, because like when I look at his trajectory in the Smash scene, 3 years ago, never heard of this guy. 2 years ago, I've heard of him, pretty good. Not necessarily like the best player or anything like that. 1 year ago, oh my God, this guy's beating everybody. This guy's insane. And then, fast forward to now, top 3 in the world, top 3 or top 4. He's the kind of player that he really, when he sets his mind to do something, I feel like iBDW will grind it. And he knows what it takes to get really, really good at something, and to improve really, really quickly. And I've also seen people saying that they think he's improving really, really fast. And with a coach like Miodrag Prunovic, who is I think one of the more respected coaches in chess period, who even coached Eric Hansen, who's Mango's coach back in the day. iBDW and Mio, I think, are going to be super scary. And yeah, I think Esam too. He seems super solid. Him and Anna Maya have a great dynamic. I haven't seen much of Esam's coaching sessions either, but I think this is going to be one of the closest matches, I will say. I think both these guys are quite solid, pretty similar ratings, honestly, not very far apart. So I think this is going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, definitely. That's actually so cool what you said about iBDW's progress there. And once again, I haven't been following the Smash community so closely these past years as I've been playing chess. But
that's what you should be doing. But
that's so cool to hear how he was able to progress so quickly. And maybe he's able to do the same with the same thing with chess, Who knows?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think that this match, just like you said, is going to be a very, very close one. They both got great coaches. I mean,
yeah.
And Perunovic, he's a great coach. He really knows what he's doing when it comes to coaching. And Esam's Anna Maya, she's also just such a great chess player. She really has performed so well in different tournaments. She's had great results this year. I believe that she won the Women's Championship this year, and she's also a really great coach. And I know that she's wholeheartedly giving her best advice to Esam. So I think that this matchup is going to be one of the closest ones, just like you said. And I think it's also going to be one of the matchups where we're going to be seeing some really good chess. I think that both of the coaches have done some really good preparation there. So this is going to be a really fun match to follow.
To me, this is the hardest match to call. Out of these first four, obviously this is going to be a bracket. The winners are going to play the winners. The losers are going to go to the losers bracket to have a second chance. It is double elimination. But out of the first round matches, to me, this is the hardest to call. I don't really know who is going to win. This is going to be an interesting one for sure.
And I think that both because of the coaches that there's going to be so close, but also look at the ratings. I mean, the ratings are really close as well. So we can see that at this very moment, it seems like they are in a sort of similar level of chess. There's at least not too big of a gap. So I totally agree with you. I think that Esam versus iBDW is going to be the closest matchup of the first round.
Up next, Ludwig and Mars. So this is going to be a fan favorite match for sure. Like I said, I mean, I think Ludwig is Ludwig, by the way, actually is the second seed in the tournament. He is. It bears mentioning that Void was only one rating point higher than Ludwig when we locked the seeding on I believe it was on Tuesday. So we basically said whatever your rapid elo is on chess.com, that's where we're gonna lock the seeding. Ludwig was only 1 point behind Void, and I will say, I think a lot of people know Ludwig. Well, first of all, he's super famous. Huge streamer, right? He's going to be participating in PogChamps 3 next weekend. But the thing about Ludwig is I think a lot of people think he's kind of this goofy guy, but I can tell you, I've been a friend of Ludwig's for a very long time. He is really trying to get good at chess. Like, he has been working with Robert Hess for longer than just the Smasher's Gambit. He commentated PogChamps 2. He actually really does love chess. He's been playing it for quite a while. I think he likes streaming it. He also plays it off stream. I think he has coaching sessions with Robert Hess off stream. I would be scared of this guy. I think he's going to have a lot of opening prep. I think he's going to bring some opening traps to the table. I don't think he's going to try to show his whole repertoire. I think he's going to try to save some of his repertoire for PogChamps 3 because I know he really wants to win PogChamps 3. Can't say enough about Robert Hess, obviously. One of the GM coaches we have here. Definitely one of the most prominent chess commentators. You gotta see Ludwig and Robert Hess on the same line, and you gotta be terrified. That's a very scary duo. I think Ludwig definitely one of the favorites to take this tournament.
Yeah, well, Ludwig, just like you said, he is a chess OG in a sense because he's been participating in PogChamps and he's done a lot of chess streaming, and as you said, he was even doing some commentary for PogChamps 2, and he's participating now in PogChamps 3, so he's been playing chess and streaming chess and just being in the chess world now for quite a while here on Twitch. But perhaps I'm a bit biased here.
Okay.
I do Mars coach, and I'm not gonna give away any of the stuff that we've been doing, but
perfect.
I think that we got Mars ready for this matchup. I have to say, I am very looking forward to seeing how it goes between Mars and Ludwig. It's going to be a fan favorite, just like you said, but it's going to be super fun to follow. I mean, I think that even though Ludwig probably is the favorite, I think that Mars can be pretty dangerous as well. I have to say that from the coaching sessions that I had with him, I've been very impressed. Mars has really great intuition. A lot of times I've just asked him a pretty difficult tactic and just mean like, okay, what do you think? What do you think you should play here? And he immediately just says the move. He will probably say, I don't really know why, but I'm pretty sure this is the move. And he gets it right. So he's had great intuition when we've done our coaching sessions. And even though I don't think he's been playing as much chess as perhaps Ludwig has been playing, or he hasn't had as many coaching sessions as Ludwig has been having, I think that he's naturally talented, and I know that he really wants to do well in the Smashers Gambit. He even told me today, he was like, Anna, I'm gonna be grinding every single day, I'm gonna be grinding every single hour, and I'm gonna do my best on Saturday. He was really excited about this, and I know that he's really going to give his everything on Saturday, so I'm excited to see the outcome of this match.
I think Mars, I think you said it. I think he's a very his intuition as a player. I mean, I could see it in his Smash gameplay. I think that's kind of how people characterize him. He's got this factor. People used to say in Smash Ultimate, they used to say Mars has this X factor about him, where a period of time he will just look like the best player to ever exist, and it's just like, oh my god, no one can touch this guy. And if he could just if he played like that all the time, like, he would just be the best player in the world forever. Yeah, I think he could totally be a dark horse this tournament. I could see him doing really, really well. So I would not be surprised at all. I think this is going to be a super fun match. Yeah, Ludwig versus Mars. I'm really looking forward to it.
Definitely. And I think that, just like you said, I think that he just has that fire within. And I think that if he becomes passionate about something, that he really is going to give us everything. And I can see that he's becoming really passionate about chess.
And last, we have Hugs and Leffen. This is one of the fan favorite matchups as well. Obviously, Leffen, super popular Smash player. He's been around for a long time. Really, really good melee player. And Hugs, who's very old school in the community, been around been around for even longer. And I will say, the tables are a little bit turned, because in Smash, you would expect Leffen to be the favorite, but in chess, Hugs does have the higher rating. So it's really interesting, because I think these are two very different players. I think Hugs has more chess experience. I think he's coming at this with more experience. He should be the favorite in this matchup. I think he's at, by the way, I gotta say, Hugs has had a great improvement curve in chess, because I remember I played him back in September, only a couple months ago, and he was like pretty bad. He was blundering pieces left and right. He didn't really know openings. Then I look at him now, and I mean, he is like a completely different player from even a couple months ago. His rating has improved a lot in a very short period of time, and I'm really impressed with Hugs' kind of tenacity and his willingness to grind out chess. Leffen, he hasn't been doing chess that long, but he has improved really fast. I think Leffen's only really been playing for a month or two, but in that time, he's gotten really quite good. And he's working with, I mean, both of these players obviously are working with amazing coaches. Hugs with Alessia, and Leffen with Amon from Chess Bra. I mean, those are both amazing chess streamers. I've watched both of them a fair bit. But this is one of those matches where I think the time control could become a little bit of a factor, because I do observe that when I watch Hugs, I do think he's really, really smart, great when he has time to calculate, but he does play a little bit on the slower end, which actually kind of lines up with his personality in Smash Bros as well. He is kind of a slow, calculated, more methodical kind of player. Like, he likes to take his time and really kind of make sure he can set up exactly what he wants and make sure the conditions are right. And I could see this, if this ends up going to a third game, if Leffen is able to take a game off of him in the rapid section, I think Leffen could have some chances in the blitz. I think this could be an interesting match from that perspective. I would not count Leffen out.
Yeah, and just like you're pointing out there, the time is going to be just so important in this tournament. The time control, once again, is 10 plus 10, which, seems to be a decent amount of time, but one has to take into account the fact that most of these players, when they've been doing their coaching and when they've been training, they have probably been training more than their chess than their time management, which is perhaps why a lot of them are really good during coaching sessions, but then when they play by themselves and they're playing games, they get stressed with their time. So something that's really important to think about here is the fact that they probably will play different in a tournament setting with a time control, and that's why it's so important to have played a lot of games, but to also perhaps be a little bit more of an intuition player sometimes, to not be taking too much time. So I think that taking time is definitely going to be an important factor in this tournament, and I think that we're going to be seeing great results by people who play a little bit faster, because if you get into time trouble in chess, then all of a sudden your chess goes from being good to being something completely else. We can see the best players in the world making huge mistakes in time trouble. It really puts you in a setting of pressure that is just horrible. It really makes you play chess at a much lower level. So, and that, if your opponent has more time at that moment, that could really decide the game. Even if you've played an amazing game, if you get into time trouble at the very end, then that could really decide the game. So I think that's something that we're going to be seeing, and especially in the matchups where it might end up 1-1. Moving from 10-10 to 3-2 is a big change, and probably a lot of these players have not played a lot of 3-2 games in their practice. They've probably been playing more rapid games, more 10 plus 10 games, or 10-minute games at least. So
agreed.
Some of these players might be playing one of their first 3+2 games, and that is why it's really important that all of these players that are participating in the tournament do train time management, because that's going to be huge here.
Yeah, I know Hugs has been playing some blitz off stream in preparation just to make sure. And I really, I watched one of his coaching sessions with Alcia. She had Hugs doing Puzzle Rush, which I think is really smart, because Puzzle Rush on chess.com will incentivize you. You got to find that tactic quickly. You got to look for the combination. You got to find it quickly. And she was saying, I want you to get to the level where you can clear this many challenges in 3 minutes, clear this many puzzles in 3 minutes. And so she's really, that's how you know someone I think is a good coach, is they're able to identify their player's weak point and drill that weak point to make sure they can cover that base. Of course, Aman as a coach needs no introduction. Just one of, certainly one of the most popular chess streamers out there. GM, one of the grandmaster level coaches we have here on the event. I think him and Leffen had really good vibes when they had their coaching session. I think they're both obviously amazing players at their respective games. So I don't think Leffen's out of it. And I think I think for me, the thing I'm looking for is, can Leffen take this to a game 3, and how are these players going to perform under time pressure once it enters the blitz section? That's what I think is going to be interesting in this matchup. Or is Hugs just going to be able to close it out in 2 games with some solid play? We'll see.
We'll see, and that's the exciting part. We'll be able to see all of this Saturday, because the first round starts this Saturday at 5 p.m. EST.
That's right.
Right?
5 p.m. And then Sunday we're starting at 3 p.m. Eastern. So Sunday's gonna be a longer day. I think basically the way the format's gonna work. Saturday, each of these matches is gonna happen, and then we're gonna play the 2 losers matches. So by the end of Saturday, 2 of the players will have been eliminated. The remaining 6 will go into Sunday, and we're gonna run the rest of the bracket. Also, at the end of Saturday, we're doing a show match between Zane and Hungrybox after the bracket on Saturday, so that's going to be a lot of fun. And I think the only thing left to talk about is, do you have any predictions about who is going to take the whole tournament?
I really do think that many of these players could be the winner. They're all just so different, and they all have different playing styles. They've been training chess differently. They've been training chess for a different amount of time. And yeah, I think that I just think that every single one of these players could just have an amazing tournament and win. So obviously it's easy to say that the players that have the highest rating, like Void or Ludwig, are the favorites, but I just really think that every single one of them has a chance of taking this home. Honestly. Oh no, I just can't say it. I can't say Ludwig when it's Mars who's playing against the first round.
I think the winner of that match is going to decide a lot, honestly. If Mars is able to overcome Ludwig, I think that's going to say really good things about his chances.
I think so too. I
Yeah.
definitely think that Mars has a great chance against Ludwig. I definitely think so. But overall for the tournament, I think that Ludwig winning would be something that really could happen. Honestly, I think that he has a big chance of winning this tournament because of all of the training he's been doing, his passion for chess, the fact that he really wants to improve, and the fact that he's also been training chess for PogChamps. I mean, he's training chess now for PogChamps 3. He's been training chess for PogChamps 2, and even PogChamps 1, I believe he was participating in. So he really is a PogChamps OG, right. And now he's participating in this tournament, and he's got Robert Hess on the back. Robert Hess, I mean, yeah, just like you said, one of the best commentators that we have, and a great and amazing chess coach, an amazing chess player, and also one that I think is really going to prepare Ludwig really well. But, you know, it hurts to say when I know that he's playing against Mars. But once again, I do think that Mars does have a big chance against Ludwig in this first round, especially if he can take Ludwig by surprise. And I think that the winner of that match is going to decide a lot of things. If Ludwig does not win, then once again, I do think that Mars, just like you said, could be the dark horse of this tournament. I do think that if Mars has an amazing tournament, he could win the whole thing. I really do, especially after seeing him coaching. As the number one, I would probably say Ludwig, or Ludwig, I would say probably.
That makes sense. And I think Ludwig, I mean, I think he's so scary because it's not just this weekend. It's also that he's looking... He's going to be treating this also as a little bit of practice for PogChamps 3 next weekend. So he's got a lot of stakes for him. He's got to know that his tournament game is buttoned up and locked down. And I'd say for me, you know, I will say I have a lot of faith in Void. I mean, he has the number one seed in the tournament. For me, the only other person I want to shout out here real quick is actually probably iBDW. I have a lot of respect for Mio as a coach. I'm a big fan of Mio Drag's YouTube channel. Phenomenal. He does phenomenal videos kind of teaching chess openings, teaching chess strategy. And I can already tell that a player like iBDW who improves as fast as he does with a coach like Mio, I just feel like that's going to be a scary combination. I actually think they're going to make some waves this tournament.
Definitely, I totally agree with you, and it's going to be really exciting to follow all of these games and to follow this whole tournament. I mean, we got 8 amazing Smash Bros. Players who are going to be competing in chess, and I think that we're going to be seeing some amazing chess games, to be honest.
I'm super looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's going to be so exciting. And not only are we going to see amazing chess games, I think that we're probably going to see a lot of blunders here and there. And that's one of the fun parts. I think that we're going to see a lot of swindles in this tournament where, you know, seems like somebody's losing, but all of a sudden they just do a 180 turn and just win the game. And that's what's going to make this tournament so exciting, that it's going to be exciting until the very end of the games. It's not going to finish at the middle of the game. No, the players are going to take it until the very end. And I'm really looking forward to see how this goes.
Once again, it's going to be all this weekend, starting 5 p.m. Saturday, 3 p.m. Sunday, all times Eastern, right here on twitch.tv/Anna Cramling. I'll be commentating all weekend. I'm also going to be streaming on my own channel, capturing my own perspective. And I'm just happy that this is happening. I'm happy that this is coming together.